Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to our daily stock market insights. This is Miss JD, and if this is your first time to watch your video, I am inviting you to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever I have new videos. And the primary goal of our channel is, of course, to accompany you guys in the early stages of your journey in the stock market. So you are very much welcome to post a comment if you would like your stocks to be reviewed, and somewhere along the way, some tips and pointers. I would share it as I discuss the individual stocks. And if this is your first time, so go ahead and click the subscribe so you're always updated. Time now is November. It's already 12:33 in the morning of November 24th, but this discussion is our review for our November 23 performance. Okay, so I was already studying the index, as you can see on my screen. I already have I have plotted some significant lines here in our index. And one thing that I can say here is that we have some bearish signals in our index right now. First would be this RSI showing a decline while we are going up. But mind you guys, sometimes our RSI could be a little bit advanced, and there are some key things that we need to also take note of, because sometimes it dips, but the dip is very minimal and there is a continuation. So if in the event, the index dips, one thing to check is, of course, the volume here. If the dip is really not supported by a significant volume, then the chances of it continuing its uptrend would be really high. Look at this as an example, right? So we reached this level and then we dipped for 2 days. And what happened here is that look at the volume as we ended with a red candlestick. It's just like 1/3 of the volume from this day. That means people who may have entered in this on this day are still holding on to their position. So hence the continuation in the uptrend. Now what I can say here is that we could also experience the same thing. It will dip temporarily and then create some stabilization at its previous resistance, and we might create a support. Okay. Now what you can also consider is the much longer time horizon when you talk about the blue chip companies, because take note, the index is a basket of all the blue chip companies. So we are just simply halfway our bull run. At one point, early in the 2018, first quarter of 2018, we even reached the 9,000 level. 2019, majority of the time, we were just sitting at this range from 7 to 8,000 level for our index, and we're slowly coming back to that level. So expect that there will be some, profit taking that will happen along the way. So if indeed some big dips will happen, the chances are, if this breaks, the next spot would be around the 6,500 level. But we're really closely monitoring this area, because if the volume is not that much when it dips, then there's a bullish sign that we are going to continue. Okay, so that is our index. Now let's check out the most trending stocks for today. And okay, first on our list is BDO, and I'm so proud of this stock. I am glad that I was able to really enter at a lower level here. I did not enter in just one transaction. Almost every payday during the time when we started the lockdown, I've been adding volume here and some other blue chip companies, because of course we want to be aggressive in our investments, but I'm also extra careful with the kind of stocks I'm choosing at that time, especially at the height, like around July to September. June to September, around that time. Those were the times that everyone is really so nervous, but half of me is also um, optimistic that yes, we will be recovering soon, and that's why I just prioritize the uh, blue chip companies. So what happened here is that right now our BDO is just starting. Okay, it's just the start of its reversal. Although we have a resistance at this point, so if you have entered a really good position for BDO, my recommendation is really worth the wait for this to break out, because there's a big potential for this to climb up some more. Even if your target will only be up to 137, I bet this will only take max of 3 months. Yeah, 3 to 4 months. Um, and just know that there will be a resistance nearby because of these 2 points that we have here. So yes, while it's true that there is a resistance and there could be some dips in the coming days, look at it for long-term purposes, because those dips will be your opportunity to add more volume. Look at the volume. This is the period when most of the volume really started accumulating or increasing. Okay, so we're looking at, in fact, right now, so even if we had some rejection that happened right here, volume is still high. So let us still observe tomorrow, because we're still outside of the Bollinger Band. Normally when we're outside, look at that. See, when we start triggering the upper band or lower band, there will be continuation. But this is already the third day. Let us still see if you'll have some rejection that will happen as near as you can in the 113 level. Sometimes it does not even touch the actual line where we plotted it. It could be slightly higher or slightly lower. It is an area. So that's why I would see some videos of people also doing content like this. They don't put a straight line. They put like a small rectangular box to represent the area. Volume is still, I mean, foreign buying is starting to manifest here daily. Okay, so that's for BDO, worth looking at for long term. BPI is also still recovering. The uptrend is still on. Okay, you have some foreign buying that happened. It even has more, 148 million. This one is only 12 million. So BPI, check that out. There could be a possible breakout. Let us see. Okay, we'll see if the price starts higher than this, then you have a breakout, because you used to have a, if I am to draw that, this used to be a resistance, a support right here, consolidation that happened here used to be support and became a resistance right here. You see that? So my take on this is really check if there will be the price starts higher than 89.14 or 89 level, then you have a good breakout there. I'm banking on this. Okay, sometimes this one too, sometimes this is a bit advanced. Okay, so if it dips, check again the volume when it dips. Look at this volume. There's good volume as it moves higher, but when it dips, the volume is not that much. That means people are really holding on to their position. So that's how I check volume and price. Okay, next would be ACEN. ACEN, it's really, this is a growth stock, and I think even if the price right now is high, if your objective is really for long term, there's a big potential for this company. My take is be prepared, okay? Because at this point, the price is still moving higher and higher. And as a position trader, personally, I'm not in this stock, even though, you know, I have so many regrets that I did not even enter at a much earlier time, because I already felt that it's so expensive. Even up to this level, I already found it very expensive because of the very steep climb. But if you are a long-term investor for ACEN, because we know that the government is promoting renewable energy, just look at it, look at the potential of the stock 2-3 years from now. So in other words, the climb is just starting. If your horizon is years, okay, I'm not talking about weeks, and if you decide to stay there for years, be prepared that at one point there could be some profit taking that will happen, and you might get stuck, right? But if your objective is so clear and you know that you'll stay there for long term, then when it dips, then you buy some more. This volume is really hard to neglect, and the RSI is still there, right? Momentum is so strong. See that? You go higher and momentum is still higher. So maybe what you can do is check tomorrow if let's say the market gives you a chance, some fluctuation here. But again, guys, I'm saying that it's okay to enter provided your objective is really for long term, because there could be some profit taking that will happen, and if it does, then well, that's your opportunity to buy some more. Okay, that's for ACEN. The next one is Dito. Dito had a slight dip. Well, we have our we ended slightly lower than the MA20 here, but um, let us see if it will just hold in this area. Technically, we're still within the area of the MA20 line, so 630, that is our threshold around that level, because you had some stabilization here, similar to what I mentioned with ACEN, right? Technically, if you are to look at the chart short to mid-term, this is already at the expensive side, but currently we are just consolidating at this level. But the chart is not exactly the same as ACEN. Probably this could be the same as ACEN, only up to this period. Okay, so what we are waiting for ACEN to happen is that it consolidates in the area and then breaks out again. So this is what we are waiting for Dito. What we want to anticipate here is that it consolidates within this area, maybe around that area. Okay, so we're still in the consolidation phase, and then breaks out over here. But if it drops at around 580, 576 level, it should create a bounce. But if it breaks, then that's a different story. We might have some more drops or retracements. Okay, so this is what I am anticipating for ACEN. It reaches the top, okay, and then consolidates within the area and then continue the uptrend, which is much healthier, right? Because if it is so steep, it continues to go up, people might just, institutions will just all of a sudden decide to take profit, and then it will slide all the way down. It's scarier if you have that kind of chart. So similar to Dito, I think this is just healthy. We're very near December. We all know that I think by December they are going to release their SIM cards, if I'm not mistaken. Then that could be some bullish signs again. So if for those people who are in this stock for long-term purposes, then we are just consolidating at this point. We also had some 3 million on foreign buying, so that could be some good signs by tomorrow. Ali, okay, excuse me, profit taking. So look at this. As we move higher, the volume is declining. So that means people are starting to feel that it's becoming expensive. So less and less are entering. Less people are entering as we go higher and higher. Here, on the other hand, when it dropped, so there's an increase in the volume as it dropped, right? So this means, so this was really maxed out today. There's no wick down here. So it was all the way down. So there could be some continuation in the decline by tomorrow, and let us see if it will create a stabilization around 36.96 first before it touches the MA20 line. The reason why I'm saying that is this one. This used to be a resistance, and 2 days straight over here, there was some consolidation, so maybe it could drop here first and then recover again. Overall, similar to BDO, this stock also, you know, was badly hit, and we're recovering now. But definitely, it's normal. People have been profitable and are just taking profit. And if you wanna add more volume, wait for the key levels, because I think you could still haggle for a few pesos and increase your volume right there. AGI similar to Ali, had a red today. The people who entered last Friday, almost the same volume exited today. So I'm thinking we might see some more corrections. We don't know yet which area, but let's see the weekly chart. Where could it possibly drop? Maybe it will test the 897 area first. Okay, see this? Week of March 9th and week of March 16th. That's where the support and the resistance happened. Same here. It became a resistance here, but it broke that. So if it will retest, it might just go back to that level first. Let's check out RLC. RLC, this is really looking good on a weekly chart over here. So I'm thinking we might have more movements to the upside. RLC, very promising. Very promising. Okay. Another good stock for today is SECB. We had a breakout. This is a confirmed breakout with, oh no, the dividend, the X date is already done. But as you can see, this is a breakout because look at that. It used to be a resistance, and then we ended with one candlestick right there. So in the event there will be fluctuations tomorrow, because that's a good 9.87% increase. One thing though I cannot control is when this does a gap up by tomorrow. So really, so chances are, you know, you just have to enter at the area where it opens. But if you want to be on the conservative side and haggle for a few pesos, anywhere between 114 to 122.50 would already be a good area to enter. Let me see. So we are just, so if you are going to start from here and probably take profit, but it might take some time, okay, for this to reach the 64 level again. We don't know, it could take months or even years. So you can manage your expectation. Probably when it reaches the 40% gain, then you can exit. Or if you want to be sigurista, or 32%, right? So those are your key levels, but definitely there's a big reward potential. Oh, it even reached much higher than that. So who really knows? We're just starting. See that? This is a very good start of a bull run for SECB. And 65 million on foreign buying. It's really nice. Okay, MBT over here. This is similar to what I mentioned about the index. Okay, here price was moving downwards in your RSI. See that? So you'll think that, okay, we might have some declines. And if today has not happened, I would also say the same, that price is moving higher, but RSI is showing some declining momentum. But one thing to take note of is that during these red days, the volume of the dip is barely 1/3 of the volume that we have here, the last day. So this means that people are still holding on to their position. See that? That's why when it dropped, it only dropped up to this point and then quickly recovered. This too is a good sign. 3 days in a row, we're just sitting right at this area. So that could simply mean a stabilization phase. So where are we at? We could still have a continuation right here. Okay, but I am plotting my support at this area. So just in case people will take profit, you know where to catch them. So it might not even touch the area where I plotted, okay, because it is an area. It could be slightly higher, and then continue the uptrend. But I'm just plotting that there because, you know, there could be times when long wicks happen. For instance, this one and this one too. So there are days when we have that as well. So the nearest support is 45.53, but volume is there. So I am thinking it will just be some slight fluctuation in the price and there will be continuation to the upside. This stock as well has been badly hit. So at the same time, this is a blue chip company. I don't see the stock being bankrupt in the coming months or years. So it's really worth the wait. This stocks in the index, I have strong conviction that, you know, it's really worth it to wait. But I'm for secondary stocks, seldom do I really say that. Here, for JFC, we still have some consolidation that's happening, and let's try to observe the MA20 line. I'm even hoping that it could reach that level first because I already took profit here. I think I even took profit earlier around 193, and it even reached as high as 200, but that's fine. And it's just right at the 193 now. So if it drops, hopefully it stops here, but I'm not buying that in that area yet. I'm still thinking if it continues to drop, then that's when I add more. So if it bounces here, then all good. I still have a position there. But in case we have some more weakness, I think a good area where I could buy some more would be 179. The reason why I'm saying that is next to this is this area. This used to be a resistance, so probably it could stop there in the event it breaks this one. But if it does not break this one, then I let the remaining shares I have really follow the trend. I still have a lot of room for the price to increase here. PHR is also a bounce. Nice. 3.05 guys, or 3.06. You can try to observe that. You could see some more. Look at this, the entire time there wasn't really much volume, and it is only in this period. And what's good about this is that today's candlestick also demonstrated an increase in the volume and some foreign buying as a bonus. Okay, so from 306 to 333 that would be a good area to enter, do a test buy. SMPH ended with a red today. We might see some stabilization again. Let's see first if it will continue to stabilize at this key level, 37.30. Converge. Converge, it's a red day today for Converge after a long wick last Friday. Let's first check here. There might be some continuation, but the volume of the decline is not that much. See that? So maybe it's really hard to tell because the indicators are not yet so defined here. So maybe it will touch the 1583 first, because here in this area, this is where you had some resistance built or created. So I'm thinking it might touch that area and then continue the uptrend. What about Mary Mart? Mary Mart, I'd say as we move higher and higher, I noticed that the volume is also starting to decline. But your RSI is still there, trying to stabilize at the same level. It's still straight, look at that. But if I am to evaluate the situation right now, I'd say it might retrace first. Maybe could be around this level or around this area. Let it rest first. I'm thinking it will drop probably up to 475 level and then continue its climb. This is already way overbought, so just be extra careful right there. ICT revisited the area very near your MA20, but this has already climbed. Look at that. Okay, so this is our resistance, and then we observe what happens around the MA20. Let's see if it will break that, and if it does, there's actually a resistance very nearby. So this could be a resistance right now, and then it drops. Let us observe again if it will create a support at the 118 area. The reason why I'm saying that is if you look to the left, this is your resistance. Look to the left some more, another support created in this level. So this could be a significant line for probably sideways first before it continues to move up. Okay, and that is our daily stock market insight for today. Now, if you'd like to join our team, I'm starting a team, by the way. I now have a Patreon account. And what can you expect in the Patreon account? Of course, I will be able to have a more personalized conversation with you there. You can even request for your stocks or your portfolio to be reviewed overall. And if you have some key asks on how you are going to approach your portfolio, you're welcome to discuss that with me there. And another unique thing is in Patreon, all my research for everything, because I really love researching the stock market, be it in the US or the Philippine market, I post it there. One, of course, I want to share. Number two, I want to have a portal for all my research, and so I can easily trace my works, and you can learn from them. And my recommended stocks are also posted there. So just in case you want. Okay, so the link is down there. And while we're talking about the Philippine market being so bullish, mind you guys, the US market is also on the same boat. There are so many stocks already showing some reversals and they're climbing up. If you want to trade the US market, I'm highly recommending eToro. The link is also down below if you'd like to create an account. In the meantime, thank you for watching and have a good night. Bye-bye.